luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind a family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragon soared to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York, what show? Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hello, 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 hello. This is your Pontiff on Pontiff TV. This is the Archie Luxury program. How are you? How are you guys going today? It is so busy, busy, busy in the Archie verse. It's Archie. Fuck, this rubber strap is annoying me. The rubber is really pissing me off. I gotta be totally honest with you. The rubber is a real pain in the ass. Let's see what we're up to today, guys. We are talking wristwatches, and we are on the best channel. Had some slagging match. JJ, the short fat fuck with the walking stick. What a nasty cunt. Yeah, nasty cunt. Fucking asshole and a half. I gave him his chance on YouTube, and this is how these fuckers repay you. Narc! What a fucking horrible, filthy fuck. Nasty fuck that is the narc. What a cunt. Absolute cunt. Cunt and a half. Cuntosaurus. What a cuntosaurus. It's, I don't know what to say, really. They're just very cunty. And we've got a super chat in. Yes, we do. This is a super chat. Rusty's Watches took your advice and removed the historic listing button. Old button now load automatically when you scroll down. Also made it clear what is new. Now, Rusty's Watches, I had to talk to him. The guy is not only cool, he is fucking amazing. Guess what? He's also got a gold Breguet Type 21. Yes, he does. A gold Breguet Type 21. He has it. He does have it. He's got it. It's all happening. He's a great guy. And we are going to be pushing. We're going to be pushing the agenda for him because he's a great sponsor. And I tell you, it is tough. Things are tough in the world. And, you know, I do appreciate having good sponsorships. Really cool guy, lovely guy. Yeah. I got a friend of mine who's over in Pattaya. He says they're all skanks. Yeah. I thought that's the appeal. They are all skanks. Yeah, I get it. I understand. That's kind of it's what you get. They are skanky. Yeah, I get it. That's what they are. They are skanky hoes. I mean, hey, what do you expect? Skanky hoes. Yeah, that's kind of how it is there. What can one say? Indeed, it is tough. It's very tough, okay? So what else is new in Archieverse terms? What's going on? We try our best to provide entertainment. Let's see if I can. I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can get Keslow. Keslow's a good guy. Tan the man. Let's see if we can get him on. I love the Tan the man. Tan is always a good supporter. Goldberg. I love my Goldberg. Let's see if I can get Tusa. Who else is there? Just having a look. Lolex wouldn't come on, would he? I don't think so. He's a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, Sal, my good mate Sal's in Pattaya. He said they're all fuck. Yeah, I know. I get it, Sal. That's just how it is, man. It's commercialization. I mean, I get it. It's Clivers. See if we can get Clivers. I'd like to have a bit of a talk to Clivers. We'll see what we can. Oh, what the caught feeding my what that doesn't. It's a salad. Caesar salad. It looks okay. The Caesar salad. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. I mean, hey, you gotta try. You can try your best. That's all any of us can do there. We've got another super chat's just come in. This is Watch Bronco. Subscriptions making me want a Breguet, man. I got to tell you, I love the Breguets. I do love Breguet. However, it actually, does it make me want a Breguet? Do I want a Breguet? I love Breguet as a brand. I love Breguet as a brand. It's just, look, what can you do? What can you do? It is tough. Life is not easy. Life is not easy. I know it's not easy, okay? I got to be honest with you. I try my best in life, okay? I try my best. It doesn't always work out, okay? It doesn't. Life isn't always fair, okay? It's not always fair. Yeah, it's not. Life's not always fair, And sometimes, you know, um, it's just fucking difficult. Life is difficult, okay? And it is difficult. And I love the watches, okay? I do love them. The thing about the Breguets is, let me just say this to you. I wouldn't fucking buy one of those new subscriptions. They are so expensive. What I think the sweet spot is actually what I think the bargain is. You get something like I got. I got a 2 or 3 year old 7147. I mean, seriously, that watch itself has got just as much componentry, just as much labor in it as the. I'm just going to pull up a picture. Um, it is just going to call up. Let's see if we can get some. Just calling it up now. Here we go. There we go. Adding it to stay. Why wouldn't you buy that? You see what I mean? That's what I'd be doing. I would be. I'd be using that. Okay. That's kind of the thing I would do. I definitely would say to you that that's the important thing, is you get something that's fucking value. Okay. You want to get something value. I tell you this now, because at the end of the day, I want value. That's what I want. I'm a value punter. I really want value. Okay. If it can't give me value, what the fuck can I do with it? You know? And it's important to me. Value is important. You get this fucking thing here, and you're going to really, it's going to be a lot. This is probably one of the better watches to get. Okay. It really is cool. And I've got to be honest with you. I want to get something that represents good value. Why wouldn't you buy this? This is the one to get. This is the one that is really cool to have. And I got to be honest with you. There's a lot of pretenders out there. Okay. There's a lot of people pretend, but you want to get best value. That's the way I see it. It's very important to me because I really fucking want good value, bang per buck. That's what I want. I'm all about the buck, the bang per buck. I want bang per buck. Without bang per buck, what can I fucking do? If there's no fucking bang per buck, it's shit. You don't want to pay fucking retail. Why would you do that? The way I see it is, let me just tell you guys, I see it as being this. You want to buy something, you need to get something that you really like. And in my case, I'm really interested in the bang and the buck is important to me. It's very important. Bang per buck. I want bang per buck. And man, I want good value. I'm not going to pay fucking ridiculous prices. rustyswatches.com. Okay, I'm just uploading great video. I'm going to play this for you soon because I think it's fucking amazing. We got a good sponsorship deal. I needed a sponsorship deal. I really did fucking need it. I can tell you that now. I needed sponsorship. I needed some deals to go through. We got another super chat. We got Crypto Walker. Here we go. Crypto Walker. Here we go. VC. I love VC. Vacheron dual time 7810S. Review it, Archie. Okay, so what's the go with this watch? Look at this. Firstly, let's talk the Breguet. Instead of getting the subscription, which is huge money, buy this secondhand. Fucking bargain. It's got, you know, do you really want a one hand? I honestly, I don't think I could live with that new one. Yes, it's cool, but I'd much rather have this. Yeah. VC Harmony. I got someone inquiring about the IWC. It's available from June 10. I'm just sending him a reply. I got a reply on it. It's available, but I am firm on the price. It's available, but I am firm in the price. Yep, there we go. That's it. That's what I want. I want to see how that fuckers go. That's exactly what I want to do. I do love, you know what? I do like living my life to the fullest. I like to try and have some fun. What else can I say? I like fancy cars. I like food. What else do I say? I like many stuff I like. You know, that's the whole thing. I like good living, good stuff. That's exactly where I come from. I come from that background. I like good life. I like good living. A scratched up watch with no box or papers and frayed leather makes it feel so mid. I got to be what are you talking about, Scavenge Man? Archie thinks if he was a soldier lying in a battlefield wearing a Breguet watch that the Volcroys would pick him up first to paradise. I don't understand what he's talking about there. Let's have a look. Breguet is such a cool brand. Look at that's fucking beautiful. How could you fucking look at that enamel dial, Breguet numerals, Breguet hands. Look at that faux enamel, fucking sexy as fuckest. Look at that, fucking beautiful. Let's have a talk about this Vache. I'd like to talk about the Vache. Let's bring this Vacheron up. So the Vacheron dual time. You know what? Let's go to Rusty's. Okay? Let's go to Rusty's and see what's happening. You know? I got to be totally honest with you. What do you think's happening? You tell me what's going on in the world out there, okay? What's happening? It's not always easy. It ain't easy. Things are not easy. But you know what? That's just how it goes. Let me call it up and we'll have a look. So I'm going to have a look at this and see what's going on. We're going to go to Rusty's watches. That's right, because we're going to check this fucker out on Rusty's. Let's check it out and see what we think of the Vache. Okay? So firstly, let's load up the window. Let's get the window on the screen. Let's bring it up. And let's have a look at this watch from Rusty's Watches. Okay, so which model is it? So it's a Vacheron. We just type on Vacheron 7810/000R dash. Okay, I think that's enough. So you don't want to give too much. If View older listings. Oh, that's the problem, is that it's too many. Okay, just take that off. 7. Let's have a. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. That's what's wrong. Vacheron. Okay. Oh, fuck. What the hell? Vacheron. Okay, let's search low to high. 22,000. Fuck, that's not bad. I like this one here's real pictures. Have a look at this one. Tusa's jumping on. Hey, Tusa, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? I'm all right.
Hey, it's fantastic. What's happening with you? You okay?
Just the Caesar salad, you know. That was a good salad.
That was a great salad. How much was that?
Oh God, it's expensive for a chicken now. It's like $12, and then whatever it is for the lettuce, that might be another $6 too. I don't know. It wasn't cheap.
Yes. Yeah, no, I certainly get it there. It is beautiful.
I was gonna ask you, and I saw someone say something like in passing, but what's with the sucker horn?
Sucker horn's fine. No problems. No problems with sucker horn.
Okay, that's good. 'Cause somebody in the comments I remember the other day was maybe they were making a bad joke or something.
They're just full of shit. They're just full of shit. Just having a look at this watch here. Okay, $22,000. It's a lot of money. I got to be totally honest with you. This watch, what do you think of it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd pay that much for it, but then
Yeah, that's kind of. Just
I'm
have
on a
a
budget.
look here. What do I think of it? I like it. A lot of money, but it is a lot of money. It's not cheap. It's not cheap in the least. It's
You said
definitely
that
not
leather
cheap.
the strap was bothering you today, huh?
Yeah, and we got Terry Boston. Terry, what do you think of this watch?
Well, I think personally it's beautiful, but I just wanted to say something really quickly. I want to apologize to the bloke I spoke with yesterday about the Samana. I really want to apologize. I didn't want to upset anybody. It's a beautiful watch. Bond wore a non-date Samana, as you remember in many of his films. It's a great watch. And I'm very sorry. I didn't want to offend anybody. No Samana is ever entry level into the Swiss watch world. Most people can't afford those. They're very expensive, as a matter of fact. And $12,000 for a watch is not cheap, you know. But here's the thing. I wanted to ask your simple opinion about something, okay? What I'm looking for in a watch, okay? I want a chronograph for everyday use that's waterproof, and because I'm used to chronographs. A watch that, you know, it can have a stopwatch feature on and all that, because regular watches I've owned in the past, like the Rolexes I've owned and all that, they were okay. But for a watch like for everyday use, I'm looking for a watch that has more than one feature, just telling the time or the date, you know, a chronograph. And I don't want to spend a penny over 6.5 for that watch. Some of the brands I look at is Tudor or Zenith.
I got to be honest with you. Let me just say this. With this Vacheron, it's a beautiful watch. The only thing is, for the same money, I'd rather get a Vacheron 1921. That's the driver's watch. I think that is going to be a much nicer watch for that sort of money. In your low 20s US, I think this is a much better buy. So personally, I do love that Vacheron Harmony dual time. However, I think the driving
with the black alligator, that was in a film.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again, Terry. This was a good time for you to come on. Actually, it was a good time.
That one with the black alligator band, it was in a film.
We got a super chat. Basil's Bezels. Basil's Bezels became a YouTube member. Thank you so much, Basil's Bezels.
You hear me, Terry? What I just said?
Yes, I did. But here's
All
the
right.
thing, though. Understand, I'm not a dress watch person. I'm not a dress watch person. I Archie is. I understand that. I've owned dress watches in the past. I owned a vintage Audemars, which I traded my Rolex 14,000M for, the 35 mil Air King or whatever it was. I traded that for a vintage 1960 Audemars. And here's the thing: a dress watch doesn't come back to me, because if I wore a dress watch, I would probably damage it. You know what I'm talking about? So I would
Got
need a
Mark
watch
Goldberg, Mark.
that's,
Gentlemen,
it's versatile, but also too, though, it's utility.
gentlemen, and Tusser.
Hello.
Evening, Mr. Goldberg.
Hello there, Mr. Bolton.
Hey,
How are
Terry,
you?
here's one for you. You
Good,
see
how are
this?
you?
It tells you what direction you're going in if you decide that you're going to line it up with the sun and turn the inside
Good, how are you,
bezel.
Mr. Goldberg? So could you agree with me on this, Mr. Goldberg, what I was just bringing up to Archie?
Why do I bother?
A dress watch
Breitling.
wouldn't suit me. So you need an everyday watch.
Like this Omega.
Yeah, that's an Omega.
It is
Yeah.
an Omega Seamaster, Neo
But
Vintage.
and that's a ceramic bezel or steel?
No, steel. It's
Steel.
It's old. This is like 20 years old.
It's a beautiful watch.
There you
And now, what does that go for today? About 3.5, 3.6. on the used
Actually,
market?
in US dollars, I think I paid $1,700 for it.
Wow, that's very reasonable. Yeah,
Okay, this one
very
is
reasonable.
quartz, but they also come in automatic with an ETA. But this one's quartz.
And how water is that? 300 meters?
I don't know if it's 100 or 300. 100.
300 meters.
1,000 feet.
Okay, so it's a proper
Yeah.
it's a proper dive watch. Now, when was the last time you had that in for service?
I've never serviced it. I've never serviced it.
Okay.
Just gets
So-
a battery every few years.
Yeah. Now, what about the gaskets? Have you ever had to have that replaced on it? Or?
Haven't. No. I mean, I bought it used, so who knows what they did prior to me? I'm not sure.
They might have boiled it in hot water, right, Terry?
That is entirely possible, Mr. Tusser. Tusser, show that watch again. What were you showing us before? Was it a Breitling? You were holding.
This is a Javril, actually.
I can't see it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, Javril actually makes nice things.
It tells you which direction you're going, and depending on what you're doing.
You know, they started out as a pocket watch maker.
They still are. Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, it's huge. This is really big. It really is. Yeah.
They started out as a Swiss pocket watch maker, and they actually used to make watches for the Spanish royal family.
It's good quality. I beat on all my watches. I know which ones fall apart and which ones don't. This one's okay, actually.
Javril's.
Now the crowns are kind of big. The Spanish royal family is the Bourbon family.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing: you see that Vacheron he's showing right there? Okay, the one with the black leather back alligator band. It's yellow rose gold right there. That watch was worn in a film. It was called, as you remember, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. The billionaire guy with the black hair, the billionaire guy with the double-breasted suit in that film.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
He wore that watch. Remember, he got in trouble for insider trading. Not Gordon Gekko, but the other guy, the enemy guy.
Bud Fox. It was Bud Fox.
No, the other guy.
And it was Blue Star. The stock was Blue Star.
Well, you're right about that. I'm talking about the newer one. I'm talking about, yeah. But I'm talking about the second one. That guy, the tall guy who had the double-breasted suit on. The billionaire smoked a cigar. Not Gordon Gekko, the other guy.
Mark,
he
you got to
wore
try
that
this
watch.
stuff. You got to try orange Coke. You ever try this?
No, is it orange flavored Coke? I don't know if I approve, but maybe
it's creamsicle. It's a summer type thing. I don't know. I kind
So
of like it.
essentially, That
know what? I
hair
don't
for
waste
that
calories on
Vacheron.
soda. If I'm
That is
gonna
a
have,
pocket watch
if I'm
movement.
gonna
ain't
drink
it?
calories, let it be in a cocktail.
Yeah. Oh, this would be great to mix. Oh my God, it would be.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can put that in some Jack and Gay Coke.
Where did Terry go? Where is
We've lost Terry. You almost made me throw up there, Tooser, with your. I didn't mean to call you Deucer. It's just that somebody called you Deucer in comments,
that would be. You're the
and
first to say that. That's pretty
and it
good.
made me laugh. Well, what they here? Let me find the comment because it was kind of fucking funny. There. Look at the comment.
That's funny.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I almost bought
That's
a
a
Harley.
pocket watch movement.
I almost bought a Harley Softail Deuce, but I knew that if the bike fell over in the middle of the road, someone would see me dropping a deuce on the road. So I couldn't do that. Yeah.
I see. I understand. How are you today, Archie? What you doing there? You look a little busy.
Hey, no, I am fantastic. I had a great day. Look, I had to talk to Bear this morning. I had a
Did
little
you?
chat to Bear. You had to talk to Bear?
No, I said you did. So tell us how's Bear? What's happening? What's he
He's
getting?
great. He said to him his mental health is so much better since he doesn't come on the stream.
You know what? I believe him. Now, I
Uh,
want to know, does he have a land dweller yet? Who will get the land dweller first, me or Bear?
Yeah, no, he's a lovely guy. I love him. I love him to death.
Gotta love the Bear.
Yeah, you gotta love the Bear. I got no qualms with the Bear.
Of course you don't, fuckface. You
No,
haven't been called fuckface in months.
no, that's exactly it. Fuckface.
Do you miss it?
Yeah, no, I miss him actually. I honestly, but he just said to me, he said, "Look, Arch, it is just." He said, "This is." He just doesn't like the toxicity. Okay. And he just said, "Look, since he's been away, it's a lot calmer for him." He said, "Look, I got no disrespect, Arch, but there's some nasty fuckers there, and I get it.
It's a different lineup now. We got Terry. He's not toxic. You know, you're a good guy, right, Terry?
Hey, this is a panel of gentlemen here, right here, right now.
To the Black Bay 58. To the Black Bay 58.
Are you having Tudor?
I have worn that for 24 hours, and I discovered something. The rubber really pisses me off.
Tudor Black Bay 58. I want the red one.
Yeah.
I call it the
The
tail.
rubber pisses me off. I'm taking the. I honestly.
Why do you hate rubber?
Put it.
Rubber's the future.
Jeopardy at 5. Jeopardy at
Terry,
5.
do not put that thing in your mouth. Archie, it looked very good on that leather, the
blue
leather one, the blue one. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I got new pillows. I got some new pillows for
Oh,
the
that's
man.
cool. You got the Union Jack.
Here,
on the pillow.
Britannia. Da, 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 da. They're specially aged. I washed them because they're aged.
It looks a bit stained.
You know what's missing? You need to get a pillowcase that's got. Yeah. You need a pillowcase that's got Bentley on it.
Yes. Just hang on there.
Terry, do you ever shop at Kmart?
Kmart shopper, blue light special.
I
Terry, Kmart sucks, right? Just say it, Terry.
They don't exist. They went out of business in like '97.
Just say it, Terry. Kmart sucks.
Yeah, I'm not the only one that's ever seen that film, I assume, yeah. But yeah, I got to admit though, that was Dustin Hoffman's best performance, you know.
Qantas never crashed.
Yeah, were you the understudy, Terry? No, never mind. That's it.
No.
So rude.
But you know, here's the thing though, that that film.
Terry, you're the best. You're the best, Terry. We love you.
The only thing of it was though is that Tom Cruise, you know, he only agreed to do that part if they paid him $10 million. That's the only way he would do it.
I think
You got the money.
$10 million.
Follow the money.
I think it was worth whatever they paid with him in that film.
He was
I think
good.
He did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm finding with the, I'll be honest with you, with the straps, right, with the rubber, it fucking irritates me. I don't know why.
Rubber.
Like it just irritates me. I'm putting it back to that suede. The suede
leather eventually configures to your wrist, whereas rubber holds its own shape for a long, long time, and it just doesn't like melt into the wrist the same way.
I cannot
But
stand leather anymore.
you can shower with it. You won't turn it into chewing gum by sweating on it.
Actually, they tell you not to shower with your watch.
Oh, come on, Terry. How stupid is
That's
that?
what they
tell you
said.
They tell you to
Who
boil
said
them in the
that?
stove too.
Unless it's a Rolex.
Listen,
No, because you get the soap.
it's all bullshit.
stuck
I've
in
been
it.
showering in a Rolex and hot tubbing in a Rolex.
No, but you have to take it off. And
No,
and,
you don't. 35
Dude.
years I've been hot tubbing and showering and bathing and swimming in a Rolex. Trust me, nothing hurts it. Dear God.
What good's a Rolex if you can't hot tub with it? That's what I want.
Exactly. For God's sakes. I mean, I've had the gold one, the full gold of the hot tub. It's just fine. Everything is fine. You all of you calm down and quit babying your shit. Dear God. You probably change underwear every day. Well, not you, Archie, but the rest of these guys.
Yeah, I prefer the blue. The blue is much
Much
nicer.
better. Much
There
better.
you go.
But don't hot tub with that.
Just remember, an oyster is very hard to boil.
Oh, how about the microwave? Is that
An oyster is very good raw. Super chat.
Super chat. Watch nerd Nick 10 Malaysian ringgit. Are watch micro brands the real innovators? Look, I got to be honest with you. I like micro brands. However, they've got to be special. You can't just put a fucking Salita movement in something. You've got to have some real substance. I want substance. What do you think, Marky?
Well, I disagree. It's really all about the design, not about the movement for the micro brands. I mean, I don't want to spend $3,000 for a micro brand with an in-house movement. Give me a nice Tuseno with a Salita movement, but a unique design for $500. I like that much better.
You know, I gotta say something. I know that Archie literally hates brands like Certina. However, though, they
Actually, Satina's got a big history. You know, Satina DS, Double Shock. They've actually have a long.
Well, can I tell you something? Have you seen their new Action Diver chronograph? Have you seen their new Action Diver chronograph that came out a month ago? It's a new. They got a new movement. It's an ETA chronograph movement. It's actually ebauché finished. It's got a 68-hour power reserve. And you can get the watch on a NATO, and it's a
Archie,
it's only for like $2,000. You can get this watch for like $2,000.
Archie, are you eating that strap?
I'm just trying to pull the fucking pin out. It's a bit.
It's also available on the NATO.
You know, this is how you chip a tooth. How'd you chip?
I know. Don't say that. Please don't jinx me, okay?
Like a
Don't
chunk
say
of
that.
tooth comes off on a spring bar.
Yes.
I mean, that's what
You're
the
right.
tweezers. That's what the tweezers in the.
No, I'm actually looking to bite the bullet this year for Christmas and buy myself a quality watch. And
Well, let's talk
I
about
want to
it.
buy a Tudor,
what do
an
you want?
Omega, or a Zenith. I really like Zenith
Tudor,
because
Omega,
they really turn me on.
You're totally
You're going to buy
getting Zen.
pre-owned, aren't you? Pre-owned or new?
Pre-owned, because buy it new, it's like, oh no. Oh, by the way, did you see that? Did you see that email I sent you today about the Range Rover Zenith?
I've heard. No, I didn't. I haven't checked it yet. But okay, tell us about it. Range Rover Zenith.
Well, it's a Zenith, and it's a Range Rover Zenith chronograph. It's actually cool looking. It comes with 2 other straps with it. It's an automatic. It's got like I think like a 75-hour power reserve or something. It's a little bit older model, but it is modern, and it's actually cool looking. German Shop has it for like 5,300.
Well, now, if you want to spend
cool looking.
$5,300 on a watch, answer me this. Riddle me this, Riddler. Would you consider? Hear me out on this because it's a Christopher word, but the Bel Canto.
No, because here's the thing. If you go on Harrods' website, you can get the Harrods edition to the Black Bay for $42.50. You go right on it right now to show it advertised on men's watches. You can get it for $42.50 out.
Yeah,
the
but that's
door.
a three-hander.
Did you want to move to the watch department, Terry? If you were at Harrods, what stopped you moving into watches from menswear?
Because the head manager told me no. I asked him like 4 times when I worked there, And he said no, because I didn't have the experience. So he was kind of an ass about it.
Is
and he
it
said
was
no
it is it
because
true? Is it true that Mr. Al Fayed just didn't like you?
yeah,
Is it
they
true?
said the quota that they said you had to sell a minimum of 20,000 a week in watches to be there. That's what they said at the time. Okay, they said you had to sell a minimum of 20,000 a week to be in watches. And men's suits, it didn't matter because you had a CAD. Your CAD was whatever you earned. Okay, but though in watches you have to. They told me you had to sell a minimum of 20,000 a week.
Well, that's not too much, really. That's only like 1 or 2 watches, isn't it?
Yeah.
What
Some of
happens
them
if you don't sell that? What happens? You get the sack or what?
No, they told me like 5 to 7, but depending upon the customer. No, you don't get the sack. They just move you to another department. There are union jobs there. That's a union company. You don't.
Why
Yeah.
didn't you stay then? You're crazy leaving.
Because they accused me of stealing those cufflinks.
Well, they
and that's why
apologized as well.
They apologized, but I left.
Wait. They accused you of stealing cupcakes? Of what? Of what?
That's why I left.
Wait.
Cufflinks.
Oh.
There we go.
Now, did you steal the cufflinks?
No.
Well, then
The delivery guy did.
Why the who?
They had to look at the damn footage on the camera 8 times to verify it, and they thought I did.
I see. Did you call your union steward, your union shop representative?
I didn't have to because he was already in the office when I went in.
I see.
And, he said that they couldn't verify anything other than saying that I didn't take it. And the head guy in the office apologized, and I told him, I said, "Fuck you, I'm out of here."
Why would you do that, Bart?
Well, because he wanted to keep those cufflinks.
I didn't want the cufflinks anyways. They were ugly.
Okay. Well, where'd you go to from there?
I'm surprised they would do that.
I went to, guess where I went after that? They actually paid me more money.
Where?
I went to Texaco. I went to Texaco.
Wait a minute. You mean you pumped gas?
No. They're a supermarket.
Tesco.
I was the beer guy.
Not Texaco. Not Texaco.
Yeah.
Tesco.
Yeah, Tesco. That's it. Yeah, I always get confused. And I was the beer guy. So
what made you leave that? What made you leave that?
I left it because the customers kept on agonizing me. Like, I mean, some of the customers kept on like asking stupid ass questions all the time. It bothered me. I was like, and so I did that for like 3.5 years and I left. But I made almost £64,000 a year doing that. So I left.
Fuck. That's not bad much. What do you do now?
Archie, you've got a British passport.
I simply don't do anything right now.
How do you support yourself?
Well, because I draw a pension right now, and then I'm going to go back to work next month. So,
what sort of pension's this?
It's an employment and pension system that I paid into, and they pay me like £3,500 a month.
But how old, Terry? How old a man are you? You're very young. So why?
37.
How old?
37. That's not that young.
37.
What do you want to do with your life? Like you've kind of floated around a bit. Do you want to go back to retail? What do you want to do?
How can
you I might go back into selling cars. I told you I worked for Mercedes. And
what made you leave that? That's an amazing job to have.
Because one of the customers called me a faggot on the sales floor.
Harry is easily annoyed. Harry is very tender and easily
annoyed. You need to have a thicker skin than that. So what?
Exactly. I mean, he called you a cigarette.
So I told him, screw you, and the manager said, bye.
Well,
he said, here's your pay.
Harry, explain to me, please.
What sort of Mercedes was it that we were selling?
I was trying to sell a damn S-Class, and the guy was a prick. He was like,
what did he say?
It was one of the new F500s, and the guy he was like real pushy and shit. And I came out because I was the first one to see him. I looked at him and said, "Can I help you, sir? Good morning." And he started asking a bunch of questions, and I was trying to answer them because I was trying to go through the book on the car and everything. And he really throws the book at the passenger seat like that and says, "Get out of my way, you faggot."
Oh my God! But
Yeah.
but
Well, if
but
you
you
had a
know what?
decent
I would have
manager,
blown him. I would have blown him if he bought an S class from me.
you gotta
Well,
work.
You know, listen, he
That's
wasn't.
more the manager's fault than it was this
the
ignorant
commission would have
person.
been like £14,000, but you know.
But I don't know why they didn't back you up and say, "Excuse me,
Yeah,
we
that's
can't talk to our
exactly right.
we can't
Right.
talk to our staff like that. Just behave."
No,
Right, you should have
because
had a
the
better.
guy was the guy. Listen, Archie, the guy was a multi-millionaire. Okay,
So what?
so therefore, so that
Yeah.
he literally could have bought the building.
Yeah, so what? But that doesn't give him excuse to be a cunt, does
By
it?
the way, that
Well,
doesn't give
some
him
of
any
these
decency.
people in England aren't so pleasant. Let me tell you, they're just like America. Let me buy you.
I don't think even that would happen here. I don't think
Not anymore.
Well,
it's not like
no,
the Churchill
I mean,
days.
well, when you say not anymore, Terry, I mean, look at what the legal system's changed over the, even in Britain. I mean, especially in Britain over the last, couple of decades. But yeah, but that's because your manager didn't back you up. He doesn't have any decency. That's the reason. There's
Yeah, I
always going
know.
to be ignorant. There's always going to be
But
ignorant. people.
here's what's funny though. You guys know this about the legal system worldwide. Do you know that literally half of the American justice system is derived on the British law system? Did you ever know that? If you've ever, like,
Rumpole of the
Common law.
Bailey, my friend. Rumpole of the Bailey.
yeah,
Not entirely though. The common law for most of it, but if you look at Louisiana, that was derived, I think, a lot of it from the French.
well, not Louisiana, but like though you go to New York and places, it's kind of like that, and they're like, oh yeah, that's familiar.
Listen, one of our viewers would like to know how a 37-year-old pulls a pension of $3,500 a month. You haven't been working long enough. I mean, did you start working when you were 7 years old?
No, I started working when I was 14. I actually used to make barrels.
You
I
were a
used to make
Cooper.
wooden
You were a
barrels.
Cooper.
Yeah, I made
Right.
barrels
A Cooper.
for whiskey.
I see. Out of
And-
oak?
Yeah.
Oak?
Tell me
Oak?
this, Terry.
Oak.
You've sold so your first job. Let's go. You made. What's the next job after that? After coopering?
Male escort.
Terry.
Blue
I
Velvet.
went to Harrods, and then that was when I was 19, and then I went to Texaco after that,
Tesco.
and then I went to the Mercedes dealership for 3 years, and now I'm unemployed. I've only been
Did you-
employed for 2 years.
Did you sell many Mercedes? Were they fun to sell?
Yeah, as long as the customers weren't fucking assholes.
Harry, I have a question.
How many did you sell a month? What's your best month?
I could sell 6 a month.
Now,
And
Terry,
they
you've
kept
been
me employed there.
for-
I could sell 6.
You've been unemployed for 2 years, but you're collecting.
Why don't you go to
35
another car dealer? Why don't you go BMW or something like that?
Because
Guys, I think his
because
parents are paying
the
him.
manager would not write me a letter of recommendation. That's why.
Terry, is it possible that your parents are paying that $3,500 to just keep you, in your own apartment away from their house? Is that possible?
No, my father is deceased.
Ah,
So
I see. Sorry to hear.
So
that's
Terry,
all
why can't you go to another car? So I want to sell cars. Come on, get me on. I want to sell
I'm
cars.
going to
What do you
try
do
to.
all day
I
if you're
can't do it
unemployed?
right now.
You
do you
don't
do
need a
all-
reference from him. You just put it down on your resume. I'll just get a mate to give you a reference.
I gotta go because I got a phone call. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Don't leave.
I
Don't
love
leave,
you.
Terry.
Love you,
Don't leave.
Terry.
Love you too. Bye,
Don't
Archie.
leave.
Love you. Phone's ringing.
Well, you know what happened, Archie? The questions got tough, and magically the phone started ringing.
So Mark, the
I've still got
Cuervo,
questions.
I sent the Cuervo back. I actually
Did you? What happened to
I
it?
had to, well, hold on now. Yeah, you know why? Because
No.
I looked at this thing, and this keeps plus 2 seconds a day at the very worst. This
Yeah, but is
Javril,
that quartz? Is that quartz or?
this is not. This is.
I see.
This is just
Well,
whatever.
I got to
movement.
ask you a question. How, when you say you sent the Cuervo back, like
No.
how long did you-
I wanted to know. I said, I don't know if this needs degaussing, if it's magnetized, but the thing's running plus like 28 seconds a day. I said, I don't.
So
expect
wait a
that.
minute. Who'd you buy it from that took it back?
No, I'm getting it warranted. Yeah, I'm getting it warranted.
Oh, you're getting.
Yeah, I want it back, but I want
Yeah.
it back the right way. And I'm looking at the Javril, and I'm seeing the date window is perfectly in the middle, but the Cuervo wasn't. There was ever so slightly, almost inconspicuously, but just enough that I noticed that you could see a little bit of the number was covered up on the left side, and I'm thinking,
Do you know?
I don't want that.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
I'm going to translate for you. It's going to go back to Cuervo, and they're going to say, "Bastante bien, bastante." Bien. Means
It's good enough. Yeah.
Good enough.
Right. Yeah.
Good enough. Close enough.
And the other. And when I'm looking at the GMT hand, I'm seeing the GMT hand isn't precisely where, if I'm going to be paying thousands for a watch, I want it to be correct, especially if I'm comparing it to a Javril, which is, I'm thinking
Another no-name brand.
Well, I mean, if,
Super chat. Yes, I know. Spanish royalty.
Yeah.
Bastante bien, señor. Señor Rey. Okay. We have a
Super chat, flip mode, 45, $10. Congrats on the new book, Mark. Dogs! What's the new book? Tell me about
I
the
don't
new
know.
book.
Well, I did mention, that I'm working on a new book, but my last book came out, I think last year. So, but I do have a fourth one in the works, but I've been lazy and I haven't quite finished it. I got 75% of the way. It's long. It's a lot written. I probably have 80,000 words written, but.
Didn't you have your own YouTube channel too, Mark, or maybe you still do?
I do. I just never bothered. I have 2 YouTube channels. I have dogs and I have watches, and I just I'm lazy, so I come on this one instead. But yes, Mark Vlogs Watches. I do have a channel.
So you did that for fun, and it was like a once in a while thing. It wasn't like.
Well, no, I really worked on it for years. I have over 28,000 subscribers. I have 7 million views on that channel.
How many videos do you have?
I don't even know, but probably like 600. Like a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. They're all still there if you guys want to watch.
I love you, Marky.
Well,
you know that. I always.
I love you right back. Ever since we made up.
No,
Actually,
you're a really good friend. I tell you too, sir. I really love you coming on. You're a nice guy. And Mark, I really want to say this, please, guys. The money is secondary to having nice people on.
We do this
Mark,
for friendship. Yes, yes.
I got to. Terry's a lovely guy. I really like Terry. He's
too.
really cool.
He is.
I like Mike the Snake.
Also, of course.
I want less narc, less cuntism, and more camaraderie.
But
you know what I mean?
The guys really like narc, and what about narc in like small doses, really small micro doses of poison? Wait. Yes. Let him come on and be like a complete cunt for like 5 minutes.
I just can't. I just can't stand him. I said to Bear, Bear said to me, "There's such cunts in the Archie verse." I said, "You tell Narc, I know."
It begs the question: what personality does that attract when they look at this? It's a destructive type of a thing. That's my opinion.
Tuser, are you new here?
Well, no.
Do you read these fucking comments? Do you know?
That's. I mean,
This is a dysfunctional peanut gallery. They are fun, guys. I say this with peace and love. You are fun. You are fun people. but God,
yes.
Maron, you're a mess.
I am Maron. Yeah. That's a good TV show. I missed that.
I mean, there are some of the craziest people that you would ever want to run into. This is why I don't go to watch meetups. I mean, I am happy to talk to you people online, but I'm not so sure I want to be in a room with you.
I got to tell you, I want to have. I said to Bear, I said to Bear. Bear said, "Yeah, it's been down a lot." So I want to have more fun. I don't want cunty. I like a bit of a joke, but sometimes it gets a bit personal, and I don't want to do that. You don't
want anybody grinding you into the dust. Listen, you'll tolerate a lot of bullshit for the money, but if the money isn't there, then it's about feeling good times, have a drink, eat some ice cream, enjoy some camaraderie. And Urinator is one of the funniest guys on this thing. Talk about dysfunctional. This guy's fucking crazy, but he is very clever and very fun and very funny. And maybe Bear dumped Archie, but everybody has dumped Archie, and Archie has dumped everybody, including me. And then we come back and we stay friends, and Bear
still has his own merch. Bear still has his own merch. It's good.
Bear's a good guy, and Bear gets angry, and Bear comes back. And listen, some of my best videos that I made on my channel. Oh my God, Archie, I'll look it up. I'll send you a link, okay? But I got mad at Archie multiple times, and I quit the channel. And then I made this video called I Quit Archie. And I don't even know how many views it has, but I think it's got like 60, 70,000. It's like a lot of views. I made hundreds of dollars from that video, quitting Archie.
Well, it's the same as Clive and all these other ones.
And then we made up, but I made more videos about making up and then quitting Archie again.
Mark, you're a good friend. I tell you honestly, out of all the people I've met in the Archieverse, top 10, you'd be in there.
Well, aren't you?
Yeah, I think top.
Do you want me to send you that I Quit Archie video link? You want me to find that?
Oh my God! I mean,
yeah, whack it up. We'll run it. We'll run it.
Who's more consistent than Mark too when it comes to?
Oh, I was gone for like I don't know 2 years. I was so mad.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, there was such a big breakup. It was, and not only. Listen, not only did I quit Archie, but I took the entire fucking Cardinal Conclave, Mike, with me, and everybody left him. And he had to get to junior varsity.
Hi, Archie.
It was bad.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, too, sir.
But it's better now.
Hey, how's it going?
All better. It's all
Going great, man. It's going good. Very
right,
good.
hold on. I'm gonna find Mike. I'm gonna find the video I made about quitting Archie that got me like thousands, tens of thousands of views.
You know, I've had those thoughts, but you know, Archie's just like an addiction. You know.
Tell me about you quitting you having the thought of quitting Archie.
Oh, you know, I'm just getting hammered hard at times in the past, or people get just crossing the line and just making me feel like this isn't fun enough for me to like, you know, bother with my time. I got better shit to do.
Archie, you know what I found? I found my video called Bear Clooney Divorces Archie because one of the giant fights you had was so bad that I had him as a guest on my live stream to like talk about it. Right,
yes.
There is no mercy on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, you tell me about it. I was talking to Bear about it. It's relentless. They just have a go. Oh, your watch is fake. Oh, you paid too much. Oh, this. You know what? Just fuck off. Okay.
Archie, do you think we could sweet talk Kay back now that we have, you know, a more positive atmosphere? What do you think?
I hope so. I really hope so. She's lovely. She's really lovely.
I know that if you reached out, she might be amenable if you explain to her the panel has changed. You know, the setup's a bit different.
All right, there. There's a lot of these videos, but I just sent you the first one of them.
Yeah, that was classic.
And
we can play it. I'll play it if you like, Marky. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, you sure you can. You can play it.
It was such a coup. I'll be back.
This is Mark Goldberg from Mark Vlogs Watches, and I feel a little sad about the couple videos that I've had to make in the last few days.
8 years ago, guys. 8 years ago.
This one, which we'll talk about in a moment, but the Paul Thorpe video is what I'm referring to first. So have a look at that if you haven't seen it. And then there's the topic of this video, which is, it's not, this video is not so much about ArchieLuxury as it is Paul Pluta, the method actor playing ArchieLuxury, or ArchieLuxury, the method actor playing Paul Pluta. And by the way, Archie and Paul have confused one another. They are like little snow globe heads with little ideas, you know, like floating around. Neither of them knows who the other is anymore. And I think in the end, they're one and the same little person. So I have unsubscribed. Last night, I unsubscribed from both of Paul's Archie's channels. And listen, I think you should check them out if you love them. I think you should stay on there. I'm not suggesting that there should be any kind of a boycott. I'm not like that. I don't think that's fair. I'm just talking about my personal experience. And actually, the reason I said I'm sad about this is that I have been a loyal ArchieLuxury fan for a very, very long time. And nobody is perfect. My channel is a piddly little, fun thing for me. Paul's is a more serious business venture, and I would never attempt to interfere with anybody's primary means of income and making a business. So once again, I'm not that you think about getting off of Paul's channel. I'm just telling you the things that affected me. So in talking about Paul, I want to discuss what I consider sort of like the good, the bad. I'm a dog trainer. Do you hear the knucklehead? Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Quick wristwatch check. Tudor, Pelagos, blue, in titanium. Really cool clasp on this watch, which is adjustable. I'll have it off. Let's take a quick look at that. Because after all, isn't this all about watches? Okay. So there's the Pelagos. Now I have reviewed this watch, and you'll find a review video. It's one of the first videos I ever made. So, you know, poke around my channel. Oh, please like, please subscribe. Why do I always forget to tell you to do that? Please.
Oh, get to the point,
subscribe to
Mark.
my
Jesus
channel.
Christ.
I would appreciate it, because then we can do this again. And then here is the clasp. It's a super nice clasp, and you can see these markings on there, the little circles. So, and that little dot. Well, this is adjustable. You just open it up, and it's not quite as elegant as the modern Rolex glide lock, but it's pretty close. It's not bad, because I can pull this down and then move, you know, pull down and move it in and out. So I can put this into one of, you'll notice 3 designated positions at the top, 1, 2, 3, and then those little ones. After that, I can make it free floating. That's intended to allow you to put it on a wetsuit. Anyway, back to why did I unsubscribe ArchieLuxury, a guy who I've subscribed to for several years now. I'm on his fridge. By the way, I don't think Archie's going to be watching this, because I don't think Archie watches anything that's not himself or TGV. But if you know Archie, you can tell him, Archie, you can take me off the fridge. I haven't paid for it in probably 2 years. And he left me up there, which I've always thought is a really nice thing. But now I'm kind of embarrassed to have my name up there, frankly. And I'll tell you about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I got some notes, so you'll see me.
Such a whiner. Oh my God.
To look at them. First, I'm going to start with the good things about Archie, and I
You've
think that
aged
there are
well,
lots of
You've
them.
aged very well.
He's an important channel.
Oh my
for many
God,
of
no!
us,
I look so much
because
younger.
what he has done is, with his antics, and if you haven't found him, you should go look. And if you like him, subscribe. He inspired many of us to want good watches and to understand the difference between a proper good watch. It's got to hurt, fuckers. He's an Australian who cusses a lot. So and I'm an American who cusses a lot. So that's fine with me. But a good watch has to hurt, meaning the price. You can't buy something at the store and, you know, spend a few $100s on it and expect to get a really high quality watch. A good watch is going to be a little painful to buy.
There we go, Marky. Your words, never a truer word said.
I'm just quoting you, but dear God, I'm blabbering on in this video. Get to the point, Mark. Get to the fucking point.
Yeah, you're a hero, Mark. You know that? You're a really cool guy.
I didn't realize how slow this video was.
It's
I
like
think you
plucking a nose hair. It's going to
Plucking
sting,
a nose hair.
you know, but only for a little while, and then
buying a
the
watch
results
is like
last for
plucking a
really
nose
long
hair. It's
time.
going to sting.
So that is really one of the best things about Archie, is that he inspired us to want good watches. Another really critical and good point about Archie is that he stresses and has really tried to drum in.
Fuck, you look young in this video, Mark.
Well, it was almost 10 years ago. So yeah, I was young, comparatively
Fuck,
speaking.
you're completely. I'd even fuck you here.
You know what? I fell apart. In the last 8 years, I felt like I hit the wall.
To the
How old are you here?
like late 50s.
Fuck.
the public the importance of buying good quality watches used, never to buy retail.
The
Never
importance
buy
of
from an
making
I
authorized
love
sure.
it,
In
Marky.
very rare exceptions, which I won't go into. That's another video someday I'll make. But Archie has really stressed buying from buying on the used market, and that's because, just like a car, there will be a quick and hard and painful depreciation when you walk out of the authorized dealer. Now, yeah, a lot of people say, well, I don't intend to ever sell it? Well,
fatal
then
last
you come home
words,
and find another
Marky.
man in your bed,
Exactly.
and then you shit happens. Okay, the roof falls in, the wife gets pregnant, the girlfriend gets pregnant, the wife doesn't know about the
boyfriend
girlfriend, and now
gets
the
pregnant,
girlfriend's
Marky.
and the
How's
wife's
that
pregnant.
possible?
I mean, there is a lot
I've
of
been
shit that
trying.
could happen that could make you say, "Fuck," you know, I need some quick cash. Okay, so I know you don't intend to sell your watch. That's great, but you talk to your buddies. How many of them got divorced and saw it coming and planned ahead? Nobody does. So, or the furnace fails. There's a lot of stuff. The layoff, the international takeover of your corporation, the phasing out of your livelihood. There's a lot of things that could happen. You don't want to be the schmuck who took that giant hard hit of depreciation on your watch. Let some idiot take that who doesn't watch Archie. And then when you purchase it on the used market, you don't have to hold it for 10 to 15 years waiting for your value to catch up to what you paid. You hold it 2 or 3 years and you're even. And even if you have to sell it almost immediately, you would lose something, but it won't be completely outrageous. So he taught us to buy used, and he talked to us about sources. You'll hear commercials for Jewelers on Time on his channel. I'm not even sure
They
they pay
used
for
to.
them at
We
this
used
point,
to
'cause I
see
didn't
them,
pay for my
Marky. That's
fridge for
old
years.
days.
However,
I did ask
it's
him to
very
come back.
good. It's
It's
a
all
good
about
service,
the. It's
really,
not about the
that Paul
price. It's
Pluta,
all about the
Archie has done,
quality.
It's about the
introducing
passion.
us
I did ask
to
him to
wouldn't
come
let
back,
the-
and he said,
anybody
Jewelers on
work
Time,
on your
because
car.
Kenny
Remember
is a
that?
he had,
class
he
act.
had
Let
people
me tell
calling
you
him
what.
complaining
Kenny
about
is a
you,
guy
so
you can
that was
trust.
the problem.
There are multiple. He's like Paul Thorpe, really, except for he's American. Kenny and Jewelers on Time. He is in California. You can look him up. Or if you join our Facebook group, Modern Day Watch Enthusiasts, then you'll run into Kenny there. He's quite active. So that's a good thing that that Paul and ArchieLuxury had done. Another thing is he has really drummed the necessity of us buying, when we buy Rolex, which is the favorite brand. It's the favorite brand because it's like money in the bank. It's like keeping your $5,000. If you buy a Rolex, it's not the best watch made. There are watches that are horologically that are far more important, but Rolex is the gold standard for ease of sale. Okay, so if you have a Patek, you're going to get stuck with it trying to find the right buyer. If you have a Rolex, you could sell it in 15 minutes.
I got a Rolex here.
Rolex
Give me
deals
some cash, Marky.
Something that Paul has hammered over and over.
Give you
again.
$5,000
And the
for it.
reason is
Keep
they're
having your
collectible,
5.
They're robust. They're easy to buy. They're easy to sell. They retain their value. They're hard to hurt. So that is a really terrific service that he has provided. He tells us to stop.
Who's on the calendar there in the back corner there?
It's me and Caesar Milan.
Oh man, how
the
was
dog,
he?
The dog whisperer. Yeah, no, good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah, he's whispering to me and he's telling me the secrets.
He's not as good as you, but
No, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. The difference is I write my own books. His are ghostwritten. But
are they really?
Yeah, but very popular. He's very smart, very astute businessman. He's done stupendously well for himself, and well deserved it is. He came from nothing. He was raised very poor, and
Yes.
he bought his parents a house.
Wow, through the dog training business.
Yeah, that's right, and the TV show and the books and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, good guy.
Well, let's not plug him too much, okay, Marky?
All
Okay.
right.
You're still my hero in the dog business.
Aren't you
okay?
kind?
Yeah, mine too.
Aw.
Aw.
That's exactly it, Marky. We love you. We always love you.
Stick with
Well,
the
I'm going to get
icons,
to.
such as the Submariner, and in other brands, it would be like Omega. The only one he likes
What,
is
I suck your dick in this.
the Man on the
this
Moon
video.
Speedmaster.
How many
That's
Sky
because
Terriers
of
have
the
you
Omegas.
seen?
The Omega's a tricky
Mark?
brand. They have so many issues and special editions.
Have you ever had
The
one
retail
for
prices
training?
are all over the board. So although it's a brand I also like quite a bit, the problem with Omega is if you buy the wrong piece at the wrong price, you're going to get slaughtered if you ever have to sell it. Okay. Another really good thing about ArchieLuxury is he was a pathway. He led me to other people that I really enjoy, and I'm glad that I watch, and in some cases, know and have some relationship with that's beyond YouTube. And that would be, for example, really the guy who comes to mind in terms of YouTube is Andy Hunter.
May he rest in peace.
So
Archie
sad. Yeah, that's
has
sad.
played
Isn't
some
it?
Andy Hunter
Yes, it
videos
is.
and sort of done some live and I listen, they are an on and off again relationship. But I can tell you this: if you watch the Andy Hunter Adrico's channel, and if you don't like him, well, you're probably a dick. Okay, that's not fair, because Andy has like a really big personality and a really strong set of opinions. And not everybody's going to like that, but I ought to know, because not everybody's going to like me. I'm a little bit similar in that way. I love Andy Hunter's stuff. And Archie led me to Andy, and on top of it, Andy is like the salt of the earth. If you start a YouTube channel, Andy is there, telling you, okay, here's the editing software. Here's how you do this. Here's how you do that. Here's how you download stuff. Here's how you deal with copyrights. I mean, that could take you years or months to learn. You tons of mistakes. I try not to molest Andy too much, but I have asked him the occasional bit of advice, and he just opens, his brain of knowledge to give you anything you want, and that's extraordinary. So, but Paul led me to Andy, so that's a good thing. John Suckerhorn, Suckerhorn Scenario. He is another really fun character, but a knowledgeable guy. Another Australian, so you should look him up too. I wasn't sure how I felt about you, John, but the more I watched you, the more I listened, the more hooked I got. So I'm really sorry that I'm really sorry that I used to call you the Crypt Keeper. Okay. Please forgive me. I enjoy.
You always got a good sense of humor, Mike. You're a good guy.
I always used to say the man was held together by
YouTube world. And John, I know you're a big Archie guy. That's fine. I don't want Archie to disappear. I just can't handle him anymore. Now, I'm going to tell you that.
Oh, that was part one. Why? Anyway, that's more than enough of that. I'm sure the guys have.
That's such a great video, Mark. I love it. I love it. What a great.
It was a big blowjob to you, so of course you loved it. But I got 20,000 views, so I was happy too.
Mark. The YouTube days.
Those were the days. I have a video. God. I have a video on Simon Crane quitting YouTube. I had a video of you fighting with Clyde. I used to be
Mark,
I was like a little gossip monger.
Mark, you're a dog fan. Have you seen a Skye Terrier? Like
of course. Yeah, for sure.
Are they all sweet like this one is? Or?
They're pretty rare. Well, I think we had this discussion. This is a pretty rare breed, but.
And Terry is back. How are you, Terry?
Sorry. I got an important phone call. It was medical.
How was it?
It was okay. My blood pressure's okay and all that, and my cholesterol, and I had to have my diabetes checked. So they, and he said it's okay, everything's all right, and he told me that I could drink more water. But, I hate drinking water, but he told me I could drink more water. But it was important because if I didn't take the call, then I wouldn't be able to talk to him until next week.
Now, Terry,
you don't need to explain, Terry. We
Terry, when you left, I realized I was missing a pair of cufflinks. So we need to talk about that. Super
chat. Thomas Burnett, £2. How much do you all feel comfy spending on it? That's actually a good question. I tell you honestly, I like 5,000 US is a good benchmark.
Yeah, 5,000.
Five? It's hard to get something really good for $5 anymore. That's for sure.
Reggae.
I remember when you could buy a lot of Rolexes for $5. Remember that? Wasn't that long ago?
I beat it.
That's exactly it, man. It was
diabetes got to be.
It's gone.
My answer is it depends. It depends. Like, 5,000 max on a Breitling. Okay, yeah, but that I don't know if 35, 40 on a day date gold. Like it really depends on what it is and how much you sell it for on the back end.
$5,000 like pretty much sentences you to like Omega, Tudor,
Breitling,
and a couple of other companies I can't think of right now. So
here's the problem.
like Zenith.
So many watches, new and pre-owned, fall on that list nowadays. Okay, so it would make a difference if it was a used Breitling, a new Breitling, a new Tudor, a used Tudor from 2 years ago. All that. There is so many brands that fall on the $5,000 mark anymore. The $5,000 mark has become the new norm. Whereas if you're trying to buy one for 15 to 20,000, that's a bit out of reach for some consumers still, you know, and they might have to save another 2 or 3 years before they can afford a $20,000 watch, you know. So,
I mean, look, this is going to sound awful, but if you've got to save for years to buy a $20,000 watch, by all means, if it's your grail and if it's your dream, do it. But that should be your one and done, or you have no business.
well, I mean, the thing of it is, the one I really, really want, but it wouldn't look right on my wrist because I drive a Camry. I don't have a Mercedes. Here's the thing. I want the Blancpain 50 Fathom. I love that watch. Here's the thing. The cheapest one is $7,900. Okay? $7,900. And the reason why I like it is because the NATO strap on it, if you've ever seen it, it looks really fucking cool. Like
I don't care. I don't want to be any longer than I have to. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to. What's the pervert stream?
You know.
At least break it up a little bit. Don't put them all in the same panel. What the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah, you're not here. I'm going to boot you. Don't be a dick. And if you say anything rude about perverts, I'm just going to fucking boot you.
Sorry.
Behave yourself.
Sorry.
How are you?
Wouldn't you agree?
I'm hungry.
About the 50 fathoms, Mr. Goldberg.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go to dinner, guy. I'm sorry. I came on hot. I'll be back later. All right. Sorry, Mark. See you.
So wouldn't you agree with that, though? The Bathyscaphe 50 fathoms, it's like the most affordable in the range of Blancpain. Wouldn't you agree that that one, though, is the most casual? And
yeah, but wouldn't you rather have a 50 fathoms? Isn't the Bathyscaphe?
Of course. I love the watch because here's the thing. There's not that many of them produced. There really is. And rather it be the chronograph, which is like 26,000.
You know what? I looked at that too. The Blancpain. It's a stupid watch, but the Blancpain flyback chronograph.
Here's the problem. It's not that one. It's the other one. Oh. Here's the problem. The only problem is, and Archie is right. Okay, trying to get parts for those is fucking hard. It's hard. It's hard to get parts for them.
It's hard, fuckers.
Because it's not like Tudor where they can get the parts in like a week. With a Blancpain, you might be waiting 2 months or more just to get parts for the watch. So, you know,
I don't know. The Blancpain, I got to be honest with you, Terry. I found them to be quite fucking expensive. Like they're a pseudo luxury.
They just shot up.
Why?
By the way,
I'll tell you why. If you look at the movements, that like the finishing,
yeah,
they do a very nice finishing, almost like Breguet, but not entirely. Blancpain, they do a swanky finish.
They had a huge price increase in the United States just today. I want to say it was 10% due to tariffs here in the U.S.
On
huge,
what?
Huge. Rolex just popped up 3 or 4%, but Blancpain went up like 10.
Is that right?
Fucking
hell.
Across
I mean,
the board.
you looked at the boutiques in Switzerland,
across
right?
the board.
So that's how the boutiques are. They're set up. However, Blancpain wants your money. Not like Rolex and says, "Out the door you go. We don't know who you are."
Well, that's because it's the Swatch Group. They're a publicly held company, and they have quarterly fucking targets to hit, whereas Rolex doesn't give a fuck.
Because it's corporate. It's
corporate and it's publicly held. You know, so.
I will say with that Cuervo, I brought up. I got a label the next day. It was the next day air over to Switzerland.
Panerai,
yes, there's going to be you're going to pay a tariff.
Panerai and Blancpain is known for waterproofness, and they're known for popularity.
Well, the blank pane was the first. Technically, it was the first dive watch, wasn't it?
Well, that's what they said, but really, though, it was like
I think they were all working on it. They were all
Yeah.
working on it because the
were,
Rolex
they were.
oyster case, that was kind of, remember that lady Mercedes swam the English Channel? That was that a dive watch?
yeah.
That's a dive watch.
No, it was a regular Rolex. But you know,
but they were promoting it as being waterproof. That was the big feature for Rolex.
it was just a regular Rolex. Yeah, it was. All it was it was.
They didn't have a Submariner. That they didn't have a waterproof one specifically. That was the big selling point.
Yeah. So, however, though, if you recall and you remember, Blanc Pain was the first diver watch in the world to have the nuclear radioactive signal thing on it. So on the dial, it was the first. It was the that's correct. It could sense radioactivity. No other watch in the world could do that. Okay.
I see. Well, you know what? It would be going off on this show right now. It would be going whoop whoop whoop. This fucking show is radioactive, toxic.
Like I'll put it to you like this: if you wanted to run the Chernobyl power plant, the fucking thing would have been doing it constantly before it exploded.
I see. You know, there are packs of dogs still roaming Chernobyl that have sort of evolved to tolerate the radiation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true.
And that was so sad for that town, you know, because they lost everything after that explosion. They did.
Yes. Yes, they did.
There was a very, very good
there's a whole bunch of
documentary
towns and
produced
villages.
about that on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a whole
They really
bunch of
walk you
towns.
through what happened. They denied everything until the last
You
second.
can go visit it, though. If you pay a right amount of money, you can go visit it. They'll let you in.
Yeah, but only for like 10 minutes in a hazmat suit. It's like
No,
very
you can go in. I've eaten apples off of a tree over there when I was over there. But
Guys, I got to tell you something.
that explains
I've
it.
actually been to Moscow. I've been to Moscow.
Wrong country, Terry. Wrong country.
So here's the thing. It was actually my first flight ever, okay? It was my first boarding, my first BA, British Airways 747. I've been to Moscow, Russia.
And they didn't let you. They didn't let
This
you.
was before Putin was in charge.
Were you trying to defect? They wouldn't let you, just like Lee Harvey Oswald.
No, but I'll tell you what the hell is scary about that place, though.
They sent him home too.
When you get off the plane and you're in the terminal, okay, never ever look at a Russian soldier in the eyes. Never.
Well,
They are standing there like this in the
Did you see
terminal.
Wait. Did you see a
With an
twink?
AK-47 strapped to their shoulder.
Did you see
Okay.
a twink? A cute twink?
That's how their
Russian?
security is.
Hold on. Did you see a cute twink one and you looked them in the eye? Is that what happened?
I was 7 years old at the time, Mark.
I don't think they were going to shoot you at 7. I think you were okay.
I think that was only like 10 years after the
Now,
KGB
why did your
was a thing. So
Wait. Did your parents take you, or how did you get there when you were?
yeah, I got to meet the French ambassador. Yeah, he paid for our trip.
7? Why?
Because it was all first class. If my dad knew him, he met the French ambassador. It was all first class.
I understand.
They paid for the trip for all of us. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then they sent you home.
He was very nice.
Did you see the tomb of Lenin? Was it scary? Because you were only 7.
No, it wasn't scary.
There's a dead guy in a glass.
I'll tell you what was scary.
Yes.
Is how hard the snow was coming down that day when we landed. I didn't think we was going to land. I was like, oh no, the plane's going to crash. No, it wasn't scary.
Did you have vodka?
No, I didn't have no vodka.
We
No.
were only 7. But
I'll
really,
tell you what, though. I don't care what you will say. That airport in Moscow is actually nice. It's actually quite nice there, you know.
well, it was 30 years ago.
It's actually nice. It's swanky. They have all kinds of shops there and everything in that place, you know.
Now, did you see Lenin? Well, most airports do these days. Did you see Lenin dead in his glass coffin for real?
No, but we got to see the Bolsheviks. We got to see the Bolsheviks.
I think you mean the Bolsheviks. No, hold on.
The Bolsheviks.
The Bolsheviks are the Russians. I believe you mean the Bolshoi Ballet. That's what I think you mean. The Bolshoi.
No,
not
we didn't
Bolshoi.
we didn't go to that. However, we did get to go to the World War II museum, where it told all about the posters, the propaganda posters, and all that about the former Soviet Union, and all that. It was really cool.
You know
I
what?
mean,
So many
personally,
Russians. So many.
if I
so
could
many
afford
Russians-
it, I would probably retire to Moscow.
Would you?
But it's expensive. It's more expensive than London now.
Well, now, yeah. There's all those
Yeah.
sanctions making it very expensive.
Yeah. But you know something? Can I just be honest?
Go. Be honest.
I like Putin. I really do. I don't think he's an asshole.
Oh,
Super chat.
you think he's a what?
I don't think he's an asshole like everybody says he is.
You just like the way he looks naked on a horse. Super chat.
Super chat, Crypto Walker, $5. Watch money. Open a Robinhood account. Buy Bitcoin and XRP. They will make you rich in a year. Put 500 into each. Don't say you weren't told. But you know, crypto. Don't put money into things you don't like. You know, Warren Buffett says crypto crap. Look, you know what? How do you stand on the crypto stand, Marky?
I have some. I have more than 500 in Bitcoin. I've been dollar cost averaging into it for a few years now, and I'm up.
I can tell you guys something.
But hold on, Terry. And I have more than
tell you guys something.
Terry, I'm going to mute you. Just you got to learn to let other people talk for a quick sec. Anyway, to answer your question, Archie, I have more than $500 in Bitcoin, and if it makes me rich in a year, that would be nice. But what it has been doing is just going up and down and up and down. I'm probably $1,300 ahead on my entire account over the course of 3 years. So it's not been a magic bullet. Terry, you're up.
Stop buying stock, okay? There's an investor that just said something last month. Stop buying stock. Start investing in gold and silver Krugerrands from South Africa, and start buying. You keep your luxury watches, but stop buying stock. Start buying.
You know what? We're going to call this. We're going to call
silver
this segment
Krugerrands.
Advice from the unemployed. Investment advice from the chronically unemployed.
Some guy.
They will never lose value. Never.
There we go. Krugerrands. My dad was buying Krugerrands when they were like $800 an ounce. I don't know if he kept them though. That was a long time ago.
Terry, I think you're a vital part of the show. It's just when Mark starts talking, just yield for a little bit. Or if
Yeah,
we really do value you, Terry, but it's just yield for a little bit. You can come back, just for a couple.
How many crypto? Are you a crypto? Sorry, are you any of you guys crypto? I don't like crypto. Do you like crypto, Mark?
Yeah, I just literally said I have some. I mean, I have some.
Tusa, do you have crypto?
No, not me.
How about you, Terry?
No, I never really understood it.
No,
I never understood it.
No, I had 7,500 in crypto, but I bought at the top of their bubble and it crashed the day after I bought it. And when I got to the point where I'd lost half my money,
you should have held on.
I pulled out.
Yeah, but like what coin did you have? Bitcoin or which one?
Oh, I had a whole Ethereum, Bitcoin.
Yeah, you should have held on.
Doge. I had a whole portfolio.
You'd have been fine. You would have been fine. Actually, you'd be up if you'd have just held on. You got nervous. You can't get.
I did, of course. I don't think I'm made out for the fucking.
Well, you shouldn't have bought a bunch of it at once. Do what I did. If you.
Oh no, I didn't. My first purchase was Bitcoin, and then I did a bunch of research and watched a million videos, and then I went and bought like this much of this, and like I said, my total portfolio was up to around 75, but then it just
7,500 or 75,000.
No, 7,500.
I mean, it's only a loss when you sell. Until that point, it's just paper.
It's only a gain until you sell as well, if you want to use the same.
Also true. So you just have to have courage, buy stuff that you like, and then buy and hold. Let time do its thing.
Yeah,
having diamond hands as opposed to paper hands, where you get nervous and sell everything.
There you go. You know what though? I'm not like a big crypto guy. I don't understand it either. So I put money in there that I can gamble with.
Mm-hmm.
So to me,
that's a good way to look at it.
Like my gambling fund. It's like my casino fund.
So Terry,
Sure.
because you've been out of work so long, Terry, you haven't killed your retirement, have you? Because of that?
I want a fur coat.
Okay.
What kind of fur? I had a coyote coat, and I felt bad eventually. I had to sell it.
As
It was
long as
very
it's
warm.
black, though.
It was
A
very
black
warm.
fur coat.
Very warm. Very, very warm. No, mine was coyote colored. And then, like I said, I started to feel bad about it, and I didn't wear it much. You know,
Rabbit fur.
coyote.
Rabbit fur.
No, rabbit is cheap.
Coyote. Coyote's an American sort of
Wolf.
dog, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's like a wolf dog. Listen, don't get rabbit. Rabbit is a pretty cheap. Doc.
Not for £700 a day.
Oh, you should not spend that much money on rabbit. It shouldn't cost that much. Hello, Doc.
Oh, it does. It does. It does. Rabbit's not that cheap.
Oh, for God's sakes, rabbit's like a rat. They're everywhere. I wouldn't get rabbit. That barely qualifies as a fur coat.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Hello there, doctor.
Hard to
Doctor.
find,
Tell us
you
the
know,
news.
You were talking
My
about
beagle, when
Chernobyl
she
and
sees a rabbit, she goes crazy.
Okay,
wait
well,
one
you're going to
second.
let Doc talk now there, Terry. How are you, Doc?
I'm good. You were talking about Chernobyl earlier, and I thought I'd tell a quick little story. Promise it's quick.
Go ahead.
When that first happened, somebody got the bright idea to use NASA's astronaut spacesuits because obviously they went to the moon, so they were protected from radiation. So they thought, wow, if we could use those suits, we can go to Chernobyl. And
Did you just say they went to the moon?
exactly, they went to the moon, right?
I mean,
Alleged.
This is what you
Doc.
guys say, but you're interrupting the story, of course, because of course the official answer was no, I don't think that's a great idea.
In other words, they didn't have confidence.
They did not have confidence that it would withstand the radiation at Chernobyl, which was only a small fraction of the radiation on the moon.
Type of radiation, Doc. You got to realize that.
It was a small fraction of the type of radiation you would find on the moon, because the cosmic radiation includes that was created at Chernobyl.
In other words, those suits were actually untested. is what you're saying.
Pretty much. I suspect, I mean, all I can say is that, the recommendation was not to do that.
Got it. I see.
And also, as an aside, of course, they're working on saying that we're going to go back to the moon, right?
Really? I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
yeah. They keep saying it now. They keep postponing it every 5
Well, who are
years.
they? Who are these people? Do we have
They
the
are
money?
NASA. They are never
I'll
a
be back.
straight answer. Never a
All
straight
right.
answer.
Will you hurry
But
back to us?
But anyhow, the suits are completely different.
Well, hold on. Hasn't Elon Musk fired NASA yet?
Well, Elon says he's not going to go to the moon. He's going to go to Mars.
Actually, he now said he's going back to Tesla because the board is looking for a replacement for him. And they told him he had to make a statement that he was going back to Tesla. So he made the statement. So apparently he's going to spend more time at Tesla.
I don't know if it's true.
Oh, no.
Consider replacing him, but I don't know.
Obviously, fact check me on this, but he did release that statement. And
Oh, I know he released a statement. I just don't know if they were actually replacing him or not.
oh, well, that was I know you're not a big fan of the New York Times, so I'm sure it was reported in multiple places, but
By anonymous sources.
well, I don't know. I think the board released that statement because it's a publicly held company. So I don't think it was so anonymous.
Chat, check it out. Look it up. Tell us what's happening with that by the end of the show, please.
Yeah, good idea. But I mean, listen, I don't think I own Tesla, but for the people who do,
I do not.
But I mean, for the people who do, it's been a very solid, great performing stock. So, and a lot of it had to do with the way Elon runs that company, I think. And so it makes sense that the board would want him more involved with that. It's because their stock went down so much.
My research showed it going up and down, so I thought it was similar to Bitcoin.
I think its swings were pretty large, and then people started, right or wrong, people started punishing Elon's political views.
Well, I was going to buy some Tesla just because it was dipped with this whole, backlash against Elon joining
I mean,
the Republicans.
if Tesla goes on sale and Tesla's still a strong company, then you should buy it. But I think a lot of people, one of the main reasons that people were buying Tesla was because of its upside potential. So
yeah,
blue sky.
It's I don't know. I have a little bit of crypto, but not a lot, and I probably would only get a little bit of Tesla, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Just don't have guts to. Although In the old days when I was in college, I dove into this brand new stock called Microsoft.
hope you kept it.
Well, I didn't keep it, but I bought a house with it.
Nice.
Like I put in $5,000.
Well, I'm afraid to ask who got the house.
Well,
because I know the story.
It's a long. Basically, I bought the house at $300,000 with that $5,000 investment in Microsoft. Pretty amazing.
What's that house? What do you think that same house would be worth today?
You know, I looked it up recently, and it had only gone up a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was it? Compton?
Nah, it was out in Massachusetts.
Oh, really? But it must have been way far from Boston then, because Massachusetts got expensive.
Yeah, no, it wasn't in Boston. Boston, it would have been $1 million home.
I got you.
Yeah, you're right about Boston, but
Yeah.
no, it was not Boston.
My sister lives in Newton, and it's crazy expensive there. We were comparing property taxes, and I was bitching. I go, "You're not going to believe what my property taxes went up to." And I have a big place, it's on acreage. And she goes, "How much?" And I went, "It's got up to like $8,900." And she started laughing.
That's nothing.
She started laughing. You're laughing too. But
well, because I know people in California and Boston, New York. I mean,
Yeah, and hers were like $35,000. And I was like, a year? Like, are you telling me you pay $3,000 a month in just in property taxes? Like, Jesus God, that's insane.
I don't know if it's true, but I've had some people telling me that places around LA, it's even more than that.
That's so nuts.
I don't know if it's true, but that's what they claim.
Especially, when you're in a mess like LA.
Well, these are places that are where the celebrities live. Like one of my buddies lives down the street from Kim Kardashian, and he says that that's how much he has to pay in property tax.
Good God, that's crazy. Terry, hold on. Terry, let me liven you up here. Terry, show us your pen. Go ahead. I know you want to talk about it.
It's a fountain pen.
Is it?
Yes.
Who made that one?
I don't know. It just says made in Germany.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that another way to say China?
So it writes nice though.
Deutschland. Über alles.
Is it a specific kind of brand?
It says no. It says online.
Probably not.
Guys, we have a couple super chats to get to. As soon as Archie comes back, we'll jump on those.
It writes nice though.
Archie's a big pen collector.
Well, I like the color of it. It's the color of the ocean blue. Almost, it looks like.
Let's see. I'm a big fan of the Bic pen. You throw it away when it runs out of ink.
If only this thing was like a Bond pen, where it exploded.
Like it had a laser beam in it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right. Like you could point it at somebody and their clothes would fall off.
I don't even know where this came from, so I don't know.
I remember comic books that had those glasses that you're supposed to see through people's clothes.
Yeah.
You're running errands?
Well, I'm gonna get popcorn.
All right. Well, I'll see you when you come back. Take the bucket. Love you. All right, boo. That was my boo.
What did Boo?
And I've got.
Oh, there you are. Listen, Archie, now that you're back, real quick, let's get to these super chats.
Super chats, Yankee Doodle, $2. Thoughts on the VC Toledo 1952 triple calendar. Actually, Toledo, they had a very good, if you go to the Vacheron website, I remember about 10 years ago, they had a fantastic little mini drama on a guy who had a vintage Toledo and he was offered a swap for a new one, blah, blah, blah. I love the Toledo. I think it's a very cool looking watch. I love it. Yeah, I think the Toledo. Let's have a look. I tell you what we'll do. We'll call up Rusty's. Let's go to Rusty's.
Bring it up.
I'm going to bring it up on Rusty's because he's the sponsor today. And let's have a look at the Toledo. So we're just going to type in here, Vacheron.
Are they going to have one? It's kind of a rare one.
Let's have a look. No, here we go. 1952. Here we go. There it is. Look at that. There's some white gold.
We'll click on one. Bring it up big so we can actually see the goddamn.
So here we go. This is actually a triple date. So triple date means.
Click it.
Oops, sorry.
Archie, I sent you a video and an email yesterday on that one.
Just hang on. So basically, here this watch is here.
Click it,
17,000. We can search it. We can search by low to high. So there's a simple. So the cheapest is 14,000. That's for a triple date. That simple one is just a simple one. 14,000. You know what? That's not terrible. It's a beautiful watch. 14. What do I think of it? I like
We
it.
lost Doc.
Oh, I think so. It's a great looking watch. What do you think of it, Mark?
Doc, come back. I think that's surprisingly nice looking. But I think if I was in the market for a watch this shape, I think I'd prefer the JLC Reversal, but probably a Squadra, even though most people don't like the Squadra. I kind of do. But a triple date, it's cheap. You know what? For what it is, it's actually cheap.
Yeah, so triple date means it's not an annual calendar. It doesn't know how many.
Once. So leap year, you got to fix it. Other than that, it's not
No, also every month that's not 31, you got to advance.
true, but it's easy to do. I mean,
Who cares?
right.
You know, most watch collectors don't continually wear the one watch all the time. You know what I mean?
A fella has an annual. No, he's got a perpetual calendar, and he never sets the day, the date, nothing. He lets it run out, and then when he wants to wear it, he just sets the time, and he doesn't pay attention even to the AM PM. He just sets the time, and I think that's what a lot of these guys do. It's like
because if you get too cranky, that's how a lot of damage can happen.
Could you wear that with a tuxedo?
Yeah, no, that's a dress watch. That's a dress watch.
I like it because it's got the evening thing for the moon and it's got the sun thing for the day.
it's surprisingly cheap for that much horology. I gotta say. In
Well,
gold.
yeah,
look,
probably.
I'll
in
be
gold.
honest with you.
But what did it sell new for?
Well, these here, the Toledo there, I think they're about the 25 mark. But the thing you got to realize is Vacheron's a very big premium. I personally, these rectangular square sort of watches, they're kind of, I think Cartier makes the best one. The Tank or the Santos is the best rectangular / square sort of watches, and the Reverso.
Ooh, I love that.
I'm really, for that same money, you're going to get so much value in Breguet. In Breguet, you're going to get so much value.
You know, their boutiques are very chic. Their boutiques are very
Vacheron, you mean?
cliche.
Vacheron? Vacheron, you mean?
Yeah. Their boutiques are very cliche.
Yeah.
Like very first class. You know, I'm talking about like
Cliche
old
is
money.
not cliche is a slam. I think you're using the word wrong.
Well, it's like this, okay? If you walk into the boutiques, like it's almost as nice as Patek. It's like you get to sit in like the leather chairs and all that. You know.
You know what, Terry? You are English, so it really surprises me to have to teach you English.
I felt very.
I got to be honest with you. I love the Vacherons. I love Vacherons. You know, I went Breguet. I went down the Breguet path, but I could have very easily gone JLC or Vacheron. The problem with Vacheron is, and I said this before, they're fucking expensive. Vache is actually pretty I tell you what I would have liked in Vache. I'll show you. They have the Vacheron day date.
Sounds
The
dirty.
day
Doesn't
date.
it,
I'll get it for
Vache?
you. Day date retrograde.
Mark, I saw
How many Vacherons have you owned in the past, Archie?
Hold on. We're going to let Tusser make a comment. Tusser, what's your comment?
The Flick and Flack boutique had a really nice Keith Haring watch that I
The what?
I thought was
The what? The
quite
where?
good. The Flick and Flack. Yeah.
Flick.
Look at this. This is what I reckon is nicer. This Patrimony retrograde. I nearly bought one under 20,000 now. Look at that for a fucking. These are huge money on the second-hand market. Oh, sorry, on the new buying it new. These are huge. Actually, this one here. What's the size? Let me just check something. The size on this. one here. What's the size? 43, 43, 40. Yeah, it's about 42. Look, I prefer the Patrimony Retrograde. I think that's a fucking sexier piece than the Toledo and the other one we had on the screen before there. I nearly bought this. The problem is they're fucking expensive. And I got to be totally honest. I could have gone Vacheron, but Breguet for me was a lot. I think the history. I love the history of Breguet. I like how many first, like the bang per buck. Like if you look at horologically speaking, the bang per buck is amazing for so many innovations, so many things they did for the place in the market. You know.
I'm gonna jump in the shower. You guys have a good evening.
Kusser, don't leave us, but we do have Doc back, and then in a moment I'll introduce a new guest. Doc, what happened to you? Where'd you go?
I think it's StreamYard. It's just such a crazy system, and it crashed me.
Yeah, you know what? Are you on Chrome?
Oh, Air and Sea. Who is this guy? Of Air and Sea.
Try Firefox, Doc. That's the only thing that works StreamYard for me without.
We
Chrome.
try. Who is
Just
that?
remember,
told me
Archie,
that.
the travel case from
I switched.
Organise vinyl.
Okay, who are you, sir? Introduce yourself.
Hey, how's it going, man? First time hopping on the channel. I just really was torn between two watches and just wanted good old Archie's opinion, man.
Torn between.
Oh, run it by us. Go.
Sure, man. So again, I can't make up my mind between. I kind of wanted to get one of those rose gold sports models, like a two-tone, not a solid one, of course. I was torn between the blue Omega Seamaster with the rose gold bezel and the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage. You know, that one that comes rose gold as well. And I'm just absolutely torn between both of them. They cost roughly the same on the secondhand market. And,
yeah, you wouldn't want to buy that shit new. That's for sure. Fuck, you know.
Terminal.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Breitling Type 20.
I think they're both as toxic as each other on the secondary market. They both are dogs. Arr, arr, arr! I think the Breitling would probably where I would swing.
I'm wearing my Breitling today, Type 20.
I kind of already have a couple of vintage dive watches though, so I just really kind of wanted the Super Ocean Heritage is a it's one of those throwbacks. I kind of wanted something more modern, but that helium escape valve really kind of poking out on the Omega. I'm kind of not a fan of either.
Yeah.
To be honest, the Super Ocean Heritage I think looks more modern than that Omega does.
Yeah, check out the Omega 300 Heritage.
Well, he's not looking for heritage is the problem.
Why not the Omega Planet Ocean chronograph?
It's a Seamaster.
Because he's looking for two-tone and rose gold.
That
Oh,
44
that's
mil is
right.
way
I'm
too
sorry.
big. I even tried both of these watches on. And I have to say the Breitling, since it has the rose gold like hour indices, it does look pretty nice. It's a nice little bit of bling.
Now, Aaron, see, listen, the ultimate two-tone watch in rose gold, it is the ultimate.
Well, he's not
is
spending that.
more expensive. Yeah,
It's the
exactly. Doc. It's the Rolex Root Beer, and that is a phenomenal watch. But on the secondary market, you're going to pay what is it? Close to 20, I'm guessing.
I got to tell you something. You know what? I honestly think seriously myself. I have a very soft spot. The Omegas, they don't tend to fall as much. If I had to make a choice between a two-tone Omega, let's just call it up here. You know what? Fuck it. I would get the Breitling Super Ocean. I think the Super Ocean Heritage in two-tone, that is a fucking bargain. I think they are bargain. Here we go. Look at this. That's the two-tone. It's not over the top.
Could you click one so we can see?
Yeah, and how much is that one going for?
He's talking about all of them. All of them.
These, I actually love it. I personally would go steel. I personally prefer steel than two-tone.
I just this whole
He
rose
wants gold.
The whole rose gold craze, man. I just kind of want to, I have a two-tone date. I just want some kind of rose gold for a change.
Have you looked at Tudor? Have you looked at Tudor? The 58 comes with gilt.
Look at this
Well,
here.
Gilt dial, gilt bezel.
$5,000. but the thing is, see, there's not much gold in it. All it is the bezel and the dial. There's not
That's
much.
why I'm saying, like a Tudor Black Bay 58 has about
No,
the same
that's
amount of
gold.
gold.
It's
gold
rolled. That's
plated
rolled
links.
gold.
The links aren't solid. They're rolled
No,
gold.
it's like 1 micron of gold. It's so little.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks like a
not.
lot the way they did it. The way they did it. But
So you're thinking this Breitling is solid gold?
no, well, the bezel. I think the bezel is
18 karat rose.
right.
And what
on
is
the
your guys'
Tudor-
thought? When I was in Vegas the other day and I went to a bunch of stores. And what's your thought on
Look at this.
Breitling now is just saying that they're just doing rose gold only. What do you think of them getting rid of the two-tone with the yellow gold? I mean,
No. They're doing rose gold instead of yellow gold. You're talking about. They're not getting rid of. No. That's completely different. It seems to be the trend. Most makers, including Breguet, they got white gold and rose gold. They don't do yellow. So that no. They're not. Back the truck up. Clarify the facts. They're not talking about dropping two-tone. They're not talking about dropping.
No, just with yellow gold.
Yeah, so they're doing it with rose. The rose has become the new look. It's one of these things.
Rose is the new gold.
It's just fashionable now.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with rose, yellow,
like
or white
bell-bottoms. It comes
gold.
and
It's all
goes.
cool. But seriously, I think my own opinion is I think the Breitling, if I had to go for a two-tone and I was on a budget, this fucking and I wouldn't get, you know what the cheapest ones are? The Breitling Chronograph Heritage, Super Ocean Heritage 2
They're
Chronograph.
44 millimeter though, Archie. It's just too damn big, man.
So the 42. Actually, I want the Breitling Super
Although it's
Ocean
not as
Heritage
big as the
46.
46.
I want the 46, Doc. That's what I want.
I know
want
you do.
the
That's why I said
46.
it's not as big as the 46.
But I gotta tell you,
Yeah, but the Pontiff's the big boy.
this
That's
is
true.
I would go for one of these. I reckon for the $5,000, nothing compete. Even Omega takes a while for it to plummet, but Breitling, there's heaps of two-tone Breitlings around.
Heaps.
I'd go for it. It's a great watch. We got another super chat here. Crypto Walker, $2.
Fun
Fact: $1,000 in Bitcoin from 9 years ago is worth 200,000 today. Yeah, Crypto Walker, but
It's all a matter of whether you're willing to gamble. I almost did. I remember that that's the price when Trump was elected the first time. Or nearly the price.
I'm not a
think it
huge
went up a
crypto
little.
person.
Maybe it was 5,000 when he was elected. But anyway, it was pretty cheap compared to where it is now.
All right, well, I'm gonna step out, Archie. I just had to ask you that, run that by you again. I don't even know.
No
much
worries,
about
no
Omega,
worries. That's great
but
to have you
no,
on. And
you know, I just thought that Omega would be able to compete.
If you
I
get
guess,
the
Come
watch.
back, come back to show us what you get when
That's
you
right.
get it.
Oh, you bet.
All right.
I gotta say something, guys. That Omega makes some nice pieces, but Breitling, if you want bargain, I honestly, I tell you, Mark.
Yeah. You know what? I love Breitling and I love Omega. I have more Breitling, and they're so cheap on the secondary market that once you start buying Breitling, it's a little hard to stop because it's so much watch for the money.
It is.
And they're so easy to find.
Because everyone dumps them. They made too many. They really, really, really made so many that even Breitling dumped some on the market.
Guys, that is the show for today. We're gonna wrap this puppy up.
Really? It hasn't even been
Yes,
2
we
hours.
are, Doc. Not really, Doc, because it ain't fucking bringing in the money. So I just run it for fun now, Doc.
It hasn't been 2 hours yet. Remember what?
It doesn't matter, Doc. It doesn't. I started late because I had a washing machine being delivered, but that's okay. It doesn't matter, Doc, because the bucks aren't there. I can't afford to pay Archie.
Remember what timely behavior said.
You know, I got to be honest, that Breitling chronograph's actually nice. It's
Hold
a
on,
really nice
Archie,
watch.
you just repaired the
That's 4,200.
You just repaired the washing machine 2 days ago.
That one there.
No.
The one
They
in black.
replaced it. They
one in
came out
black.
and said it was fucked. They came out and said it. They replaced it.
Okay.
The one in black, Archie.
That is
That's what they
gorgeous
usually
watch.
do. They
Bang
usually
per
try to
buck
fix it
is
first.
amazing.
No, the 44 millimeter rose chronograph. that one.
Yeah, I can see it. It's 5195. It's cheaper than the non-chronograph ones.
That's crazy.
Well, it's a little bit busier. So people
That's a
tend to
diver.
not like
I'm not
it
a
as
big
much.
fan of a chronograph on a dive. Well, I don't know. Actually, look, bang per buck, it's incredible.
The Chronomat is a chronograph diver. I love it. And it's Breitling.
Well,
That's
it's a
Is it
chronometer.
really a diver,
So
though?
It's a chronometer chronograph.
correct.
Because if you know,
True. With the
if
B01
he
movement.
goes through Tudor, it's going to be like
Hello?
7K.
Hello?
Hello? It's the NHS
Hey,
calling.
Paul.
Hello, this is diabetes calling.
Actually,
Harry,
but
are you there?
It's chronometer certified.
Now, Doc,
No
when you were
worries,
doing
guys.
adjustments on diabetic patients, do you have to be careful of their
Archie,
feet?
could you bring that up for a moment, please? The chronograph.
We're going to
I'm
thank our
working,
sponsors for today. We had Rusty's Watches.
I'm
Check
working
out
on my
Rusty's
very
Watches.
Boston impression.
.com.
Eventually, I'll do it.
Watch Bronco, Crypto Walk, Basil's Beazles, Watch Nerd Nick, Flip Mode 45, Thomas Burnett, Crypto Walk, Yankee Doodle, and Crypto Walk. Guys, that is the show for today. We will be back tomorrow. Jump on tomorrow. I need you on tomorrow, guys. Jump on tomorrow.
Are you sure
And
you
we
don't want to
will
do 5
run
more
through
minutes and it
Super
elevates
chat,
your
$20.
profile? Look at that. You got $20 now. Look at that.
Super chat.
There we go.
Cheerio.
And
Put it back
$20. Thanks for the show, gents.
Thank
Actually, to
you,
be honest
Aunt
with you, if the
G.
show is under 2 hours, it lets me create shorts automatically with AI. If it's over 2 hours, it doesn't let me create the shorts automatically.
So we have to stop very quickly now.
Exactly.
I thought
Yeah.
you were a brief guy, not a. Well, I guess
It
It
are
does
briefs.
it
There
does
are
it
shorts.
automatically.
That's
It
true.
uses AI to do it. It's very clever. I like to put a few of those up. Guys, that's the show. I want to say thank you. We will see you
Thank you.
tomorrow.